Okay, well, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. Don and Nancy Carson from up in Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, which is the center of North America.
Smack dab.
Smack dab. In fact, when we drive to our lake home, we cross by
The center of Canada.
the center of Canada. It actually says that on the side of the road, which is pretty cool. Just to give you guys a kind of a perspective of where we are calling you from at this particular time of the evening. Now we do these usually every Wednesday. Different people come on and share their stories. Tonight we thought we would take you through an overview of how to get started in Collect Direct. For those of you that are wondering a little bit about the collectible industry, we want to share a little bit more about that tonight and really give you an understanding on how we got started here. Nancy, really, we've been working on this now for well over a year.
Yeah.
And the company really went live August for its first launch of people starting to buy some things. And then we course corrected going into January 2024. And that's kind of where we are now. And so we're just at the turning point of really starting an early momentum of what the company's going to be doing, wouldn't you say?
Well, and I think the thing that is so unique about this company is there's nothing like this out there. It's a category creator. No one else is doing collectibles. There's nothing like this out there. It's a non-comparable product. So there's no apples and oranges with this one. It's not having to be in a comparison market. And that's something that's very unique nowadays.
Well, it's not that nobody's doing collectibles. It's a massive industry.
Nobody's doing collectibles like this.
In the home-based business market. Yes, that's probably the way to describe it for somebody who comes here tonight wondering a little bit about what they've been invited to. So hold on your hats. Let us take you on a journey of where this industry is today and where do we believe personally it's going to be going. I've got my good friend Robert lighting people in as we turn the slides on. So let me just go forward here with sharing my screen and then bring you on a journey of the collectible world so that you can all really get your head around this crazy industry and just how big it really can be and will be as we go forward. So Collect Direct. Listen, this is a company that is designed around bringing the past to your future. And we have a great story about that. Just this one picture really describes a lot for many of you. This was back when our kids were little. And where were we, Nancy? I think it was Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And that was our favorite cartoon with our kids, wasn't it?
Well, it was, there were so many. Our kids were Disney kids. Our kids were just brought up to love all of those things. So The Incredibles came out and it was new and it was fresh and it was family oriented and it was a lot of fun.
And so now when I look at bringing the past to the future, I found this on Collect Direct's site with all of the different collectibles. It's just incredible. So this was our past. And Dash was somebody that put a lot of smiles on our face and it puts a smile back on our face today. That's one example of this industry, but let's take you on this journey. So we all know that, there's a challenge out there. People talk a lot about inflation. They talk about the price of this, that, and the other thing. And so there, needless to say, are a lot of people that are looking for things. And the home-based business industry is growing, isn't it? I mean, we've seen it and lots of our friends reaching out to us on different things, but it is a growing market, isn't it?
And to me, trading your time for money is when you go to a job, a job, and you go and go to work and you're working on someone else's dream at that point. Whereas when you are doing this kind of a business, you're fulfilling something for yourself. And I really don't feel like it's time invested. It feels like time, it's just more pleasurable. It doesn't feel,
Well, especially this industry, because this has been more fun than anything we've ever done. And we're finding that our kids are even interested in their friends and our daughters' boyfriends
kids, but lots of other people, young people, find this to be very fresh.
Well, I think it's because of the collectible market and the youth of today seeing the box breaks and the massive attention around Pokemon and the different things that are hitting the marketplace. And that causes a stir virally, which is what we're going to talk a little bit about tonight, because eyeballs are the key to growth. And this industry, the direct sellers industry, and this is an interesting slide for you all to look at. Look at the largest group of folks that are really participating and getting started now, Nancy. I mean, that's a very interesting number when you look at between 35 and 44. Why do you suppose that's the biggest group?
I think that's when people are mostly childbearing years and they're thinking about going into their kids' secondary education years
and trying to find some extra cash that they can generate, right?
Something extra.
Yeah, and I think that's really interesting. And as you look past that age into where we are, in that 45 to 55 plus age, you start asking yourself, that group of people, the largest percentage in total is looking for creating more legacy, more opportunity for people. So it's an interesting slide to really understand where the direct sellers industry is going. And then when you look at how people are getting people's attention, it's interesting, LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and all the things out there are captivating audiences with different things. I know you're constantly looking at things that catch your attention.
Well, and I was talking to an advertiser that sells in newspaper, and they said that they've completely had to diversify the way that they think, because people's eyes are not necessarily in newspapers anymore, but everybody has a smartphone in their hands. And so they have to figure out a way to get into the information that's in people's hands, and the information in people's hands is the phone.
Yeah, and that's the thing about, being online, you have to be mobile friendly as well. And that's a strategy that only in the last 5 and 6 years has become more top of mind, where people have to have two platforms, a mobile platform and a desktop platform. Now, look at this, folks. This is the industry in the world when you talk about, network marketing, home-based business. Network marketing is an MLM or multi-level, whatever you want to call the category. Look at Asia, 69 million people. Look at the Americas, 33 million people. These are participants in these industries. And what I love about what we're going to show you right now, and when you get your head around this, this is our direction we're going tonight for all of you. That's the numbers of some of the names that most of you have heard in your lives. I mean, Nancy, did you know anybody ever as an Avon lady?
Absolutely. The very first network marketing business that I ever looked at when I was only 19 was New Skin.
Yeah, and these are names that have been around for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Amway, for example, 1 million people are actually independent home-based business owners of that industry. Look, when we talk about Avon and Mary Kay, like the pink Cadillac, right? I mean, that's what I think growing up, it's that whole idea of the pink Cadillac. We know people that were in their 70s, 80s that were Tupperware people.
I remember my mom talking about Amway and redirecting your spending and buying your laundry soap from your own company, and the information has been dripping on me for as long as I can remember. I've been introduced to
Something.
a side business.
Yeah, and so we tell you these numbers to only give you the credibility of the industry, and that the global market is growing crazy online. We're talking $8 trillion expected to be changing hands by people doing some form of online e-commerce.
Well, and it's left the kitchens. It used to be something that ladies did, where they would get together and they would have coffee and they would have a network marketing business that they did. And it's become so much more tech savvy, so much more elite, so much more accepted. Is really, I said to you, the one thing about the pandemic that crossed the board was it made Zoom something
Like
that
this, yeah.
everybody was familiar with.
Right.
Doctors were utilizing it, lawyers were utilizing it, and it became the ability of these social media platforms to be accepted by everybody.
Yeah, and it makes it easier, right? So again, just for numbers' sake, my wife and I look at this and we go, wow, I mean, we're in the collectible industry, and yet, we're finding some of our strongest members right now are women.
Absolutely.
And it's because
I think we're collectors by nature.
And it's fascinating when you think about that. You didn't even realize you collected little red trucks.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and I see them all over our cottage.
Christmas.
And now she's getting
Christmas.
gifts from friends, and they're little red truck items, right?
Yeah.
And so she didn't realize it. Anyway, why do we share all that? Because you have to understand it costs money to get eyeballs. You have to understand that even in my traditional business and Nancy's traditional business, it costs money to get people to attend different things, to go into our store, to buy things in our shopping mall, items on our online store for my retail company. If I want somebody to show up with a Facebook ad, I'm spending $60 a person on average to get them to even look. Doesn't guarantee they're going to buy.
Right.
But I've got to capture the eyeballs. Now, when you think about that right there, and you start saying to yourself, okay, what if there was an owner, Dave and Joyce Joyner, that were in a position that have been collecting items for over 40 years in warehouses in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and their vaults around the globe that they've got major items in. What if they gave away gifts to create a demand and an excitement with eyeballs? Well, meet Dave and Joyce, and that's their philosophy. And Dave just today has got 2,500 people that were selected and uniquely given gifts. Now he's going to start giving away 25 different gifts. And why does he do that? To get eyeballs. From what I understand, 60,000 eyeballs generated a number of different people that said, tell me more, to the point where Dave's now going to be dripping on them and then sharing with them his home-based business, CollectDirect. And all of this is to create eyeballs. And you and I aren't paying the money to get those eyeballs. You and I are only going to get advantage of it because this collectible industry is not going away. I mean, it's a $450 billion industry all by itself, which is bigger than any industry out there that I know of in the home-based business industry combined. And it's expected to go to $1 trillion over the next 8 or 9 years. And what's fascinating today, there's 3.7 million people buying off eBay every month. One of the greatest home-based business things that are sharing different things out there was eBay. And that started back like 25 years ago with a very first product that it was selling, which was a paste dispenser and some other things that were like not of any kind of a, big point click share value, right? But there's 200 million people doing some form of collecting in the United States. Those numbers are fascinating. And then enter CollectDirect. Enter this company that is first to market, category creator in the home-based business space, sharing collectibles. And that gets you and I excited as traditional entrepreneurs. I mean, our success is in Canada fairly well tabulated, but I mean, we've sold a company on the New York Stock Exchange. You've been involved in a company that's been ranked in the top, actually #1 in Canada and in the top 10 in Canada in the wedding pavilion market. So we're somebody that gets traditional marketing. We get it, but this is a really interesting marketplace. So let's just watch this video for you brand new people to get an idea of something you can learn how to share by point clicking and sharing this video.
Welcome to CollectDirect. Are you ready to connect your past to your future? For over 40 years, CollectDirect has collected thousands of unique items, from sports memorabilia, comic books, toys, coins, stamps, and much more. The world of collectibles is massive today, and they all have a value of some sort. And now this collection is available to the public to not only purchase, but an opportunity for you to cash in on rewards when others purchase items from our collection. From our website, you'll be able to type in and search for an item to connect you to your past. Maybe it's Bozo the Clown, or Gumby, or your favorite hockey player. You'll be able to find those memorabilia pieces on our website. The beautiful thing is you'll be able to point, click, and share them with other people too. It all starts with our $9.98 membership plan. You'll select the categories you are interested in, then you can point, click, and share the item with others. If they choose to participate, they can join your team. It's like operating a retail store out of your home, your computer, and phone. Share the website with others, and if they purchase an item, you get paid. Retail rewards range from 50 cents to $200. This is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week business where you can share hundreds of thousands of products. So don't miss out on those items from your past and start sharing today.
So what's fascinating about that slide is it leads you to what CollectDirect offers. Every one of the categories on the website for CollectDirect that you look at, like these ones, where you say, okay, I'm interested in collectibles, comic books, film, music. Like if you wanted to find Elvis, you wanted to find some sort of rock band, if you wanted to find something in the toy or plush market, maybe it's a Beanie Baby, and so on, you could go by category to select them. This has been a lot of effort to get this shopping cart to do that. You see, this is a company for the first time that's created multiple thousands of items that you can share. And I want to show you how you share them tonight. I want to take you on that journey. So pick a category, pick the item, pick whatever interests you and go and put it into your shopping cart. If it's comic books, if it's an individual item that's brand new, like just added today. Here's one that was just added today. It's in the trending collectible category, a Patrick Mahomes baseball when he was a rookie in 2013 on a baseball thing. I mean, that's a collectible in a CollectDirect collector. He actually was on baseball before he went into being a pro football player. He was actually ranked.
I didn't know that.
It's fascinating. So that's a collectible, right? To get that. And it was just added today. I think there's limited quantities of 25 or 26. They'll sell out quickly. I saw some going already really quickly. So anyways, there's a trending site there. And then there's this item that all of us are super excited about that I want to share with you that says the vault. This is the concept that we want to take you on today. How do you point, click, and share? for you brand new people, and for those of you that are going to share this video, for somebody brand new, how do they get started? I want to show you how to get started in Collect Direct tonight. So on this recording, let's do that. I would look at it like this. I would want to learn how to do what I'm sharing with you right now. I want to write an email to somebody. That's my email, by the way. If you all want to write that down, you're more than welcome to. You can email me questions. It's dcarson at excitedcollector.com, dcarson@excitedcollector.com. And I'm just giving an example of what I might send. I'd say, hey, Don, not sending one to me. I just have to share with you an incredible once-in-a-lifetime business. And then I just got to move that out of the way. It says, I'm sure you agree that when you're first to market, you have a chance to go viral. The marketing plan supporting this is like nothing else you've ever seen, with massive upside potential. Check out this short video and call me. Keep it simple. But what do you attach to this email? I want to show you that tonight, okay? So in your back office, once you become a member for $9.98 and you buy one item for up to $29.98, that's how you become a qualified member in Collect Direct. You're going to have 3 links that you're going to see at the top: a dual team, a unilevel, and a replicated link. If you click on replicated link, you're going to see this open up. All you need to do is copy the link, and your username will be embedded. My username is the word join. But if I look at this, it's embedding by hitting the copper link. I can paste that into my email. And my email, when I send it, if the person gets that at the other end and they click on it, it brings them right to my personal website. And if they chose to get involved, I'm going to get rewarded. So that's the first thing I want to share with all of you. The second thing, in the My Website section of your back office, where you see where that's located, over on the top left-hand side, near the top, it actually says My Websites. If you hit that, there's a number of different websites and videos available for you to share connected to your link. All you need to do is hit that little eyeball, click on it, copy that link, and paste it. So what I'm suggesting in that email, if I was sending that out to my friend, I would say, okay, I'm going to send them one of these videos. It might be how it works, to get their attention, follow up with them. And then what's really fascinating is maybe they're a fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Maybe they're a fan of Barbie. Maybe they're a fan of some sort of a rock group. And you decide to send them one particular item to get their curiosity up. Well, this page is showing you where to click. You see the little chain link where that arrow is pointing? If you click on that chain link, it comes up with another copy link. Now that copy link is of the item that I'm sending to my friend who is maybe a huge Patrick Mahomes fan, right? And look at what comes up. It gives them a chance to start seeing the opportunity to join. It gets them a chance to go through the process. But ultimately, if they go through the joining the team section, they're going to end up picking an item themselves, and they're going to go to the shopping cart. They're going to add it to their cart. They're going to see that they're going to proceed to checkout. They're going to actually make the say, okay, I'm placing the order. They're going to fill out their credit card, and you're going to get paid, right? It's that simple. And when you click on an individual item, that item will be sent to them. That item will go to them because you clicked on the chain link. That's how our system works. It's that simple. So you go back here, you click on the chain link where the arrow is pointing on every item in your back office and send it to them. And the other day, a friend of mine sent the train, a Lionel train that had the Dodgers on it because that person was a big Dodger fan and liked trains. They sent him that item, and it caused an interest for the phone call to start. That's how simple this process is. But they have to choose to be a member or just take a look for free. If they're in for free, they don't get a chance to really do anything. They can't make money. They can't share links. They can't add anybody for free. They're just a viewer. And those are the things that they can do if they're a free pre-enroller. But to be a $9.98 member, you have to buy at least something valued up to $29.98. That's our program. And ultimately, once you get set up and you've set your credit card and you've purchased your items, there are other options that will become available to you in Collect Direct. And what I want to say to all of you is we have a compensation plan attached to everything that just rewards you this way. This is simple as what I can share right here. Team build bonuses, team coaching rewards, and a repeat member. Every time they come back and buy something, you get paid. So you want to build customers from the fans, you know, of the different teams and the different sports and the different exciting things that are out there, like the Mr. Incredibles or Pez dispensers or comic books. And we personally have started to build a nice collection, haven't we?
Absolutely. But I think that really the untapped market is the fan base market.
Well, that's where the customers that will come from coming up to you
They're
and
just
seeing.
so passionate.
They're passionate. Hey, I know you can say Taylor Swift's team. I mean, what? You mean the Kansas City Chiefs? I mean, it's that crazy, right? The fan base is huge in different markets. And then as they repeat and order, your customers and members, you'll get paid. In our program, on a $29.98 purchase for your individual customers and members, we'll pay you $5 every time. And as well, you're going to generate what we call business volume. So I'm like, one of the things we wanted to do tonight is take you on a simple journey of how to do this. And we're about to release our roadmap. And our roadmap, I'm not going to go in through tonight, but I am going to post it for you all to critique on our Facebook page. So if you're not a member of Collectorex's Facebook page yet, please get involved. It's where we share all of our information and then we take it to the next level from that and we learn from it. So I'm going to do that later. But right now, I'd like to give you a chance to ask some questions if I could. So let me just go back here and ask all to unmute, mute all upon entry, unmute themselves. There we go. Okay, so I think you can unmute yourself. So does anybody have a question that they want to ask on recording tonight for Dave to maybe see tomorrow? But keep it, of course, positive as you can. Anybody got their hand up would like to ask us a question on some of the things that I've covered tonight in our 20-minute kind of presentation? Anybody else? Can you, first of all, did I click it? Can you unmute yourself? Robert, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. How about yourself, Ann and Jan? Elle and Jan, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I
Perfect.
can.
Okay. Elle, hey, you guys, I love your positivity. What do you think about the basics of what we're trying to create now in our system?
What do I think?
Yes.
I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. And I think it's doing exactly what you intended to do, and that's to open it up to anyone that has a desire. Here's an example. Today I was shopping in BJ's. It's a big box store. And I just went up to a man and started talking to him. And I said, we just had the races at the Daytona 500. Ginny Reynolds and I and my husband, we went out there. We talked to so many people. So I told the man, I said, we're doing a collectibles business. That's what we're doing. And he said, you are? He says, well, I don't believe that. He says, I've got 5 bins full of Dale Earnhardt's collectibles. I said, you do? And he goes, yep, I do. I said, well, I'd sure like to see them. And actually, Ginny and I are thinking about doing a meeting. And I said, maybe you could bring those collectibles to the meeting. And we're going to have other collectibles that we've bought from our company. We'd like to share them with you. So he wrote down his number. He said, here's the time I work. And we were pretty excited. I was pretty excited about that when I walked out the door.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks so much for your sharing, your feedback there. And as always, your positivity. That's awesome. So I appreciate you, my friend, Alan Jan. Thank you so much. Let's go to
You're welcome.
Let's go to a friend up in Canada if he's willing. Andrew, I mean, you made a traveling adventure right from the east part of Canada and drove all the way to meet Dave in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That was Andrew Eastman. I'm not sure if I put you on the spot to come off mute, but what's your thoughts on this industry, Andrew? Are you able to come off mute and share your thoughts on what you're seeing with the changes going on in Collect Direct in the new direction? I caught you off guard. Sorry, Andrew. If you come off mute, more than welcome to hear from you. I know, Jackie Boyle, you're in Australia, and I always love hearing your feedback. What's your thoughts on the new direction? I know you went and bought today the new Patrick Mahomes graded card that showed up on the website, didn't you?
I actually bought 2. I was so excited when you said to me about it. And I tell you what actually has happened, Don, this is how exciting it is. With the course correction that Dave and Joyce have taken along with Nancy and yourself. So thank you. What it has done for my team, I've been explaining to them where we're going. And just for $29.98, this gives you the ability to be able to be rewarded for your efforts. So it's ignited 2 people that have just been sitting. They bought a sample pack and have done nothing. They've just been sitting. Well, guess what? They went in and bought today when I shared Patrick Mahomes had 2 cards in there. That's how easy it is, because I've got the excitement. I've got the fire in my belly because I can see the vision. And it was so simple. So Dave, thank you. Everybody else, strap yourselves in for the ride of your life, because where we're heading, it's only going to get better. It really is.
I appreciate you as always, my friend. Let's go to Warren. Go ahead. You have your hand up. Warren, what's your thoughts?
On the postcard I give to somebody and they go to my site as looky-loos, are they captured yet, or what else do I have to do to get them involved?
Well, I mean, if the postcard is given to somebody on a cold basis and they don't know who you are, the capture isn't working perfectly yet. But if you were to give it to somebody that knows you and you tell them to click on the QR code, it will capture their information because they're going to see your website and they're going to look in there. And if they actually make an effort to get into the position of being a member, you'll see them right away. That QR code leads to your personal website, Warren.
Yeah, I know. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Looking good, my friend. Let's go all the way if we can. I don't know. I mean, there's some people that I'd love to hear from on here. Randy, I see you came on at the end. You're more than welcome to come off mute. Riel, I listen, you're an ambassador of this industry, Riel. I know you love what we're doing here. I know you're an enthusiast in the collector industry. Come off mute if you like. Let's hear from you. I'd like to hear from some people that haven't been on here before. Smiling Frank, I haven't heard from you for a while. How's it going? Anybody else want to come on here? We'll spend another 2 or 3 minutes. I know, listen, when you're going to see the roadmap, the example of it, Terry and I worked on this earlier on today. Terry, you're there on this. And I know I don't want to take you off mute if you don't want to, but you're seeing so many things internally in the company that's changing rapidly. And again, I don't want to make this call much longer, but anybody else want to come off mute? Go ahead. Another couple of minutes.
Hey, Don.
Go ahead, Frank.
Smiling Frank, you asked for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're really excited. And you know, I'm retired, but I was looking for something to improve my lifestyle a little bit. And I've been in business most of my life, and I really recognized a phenomenal opportunity here. And I'm so grateful for you guys for pulling this off, and for you and Nancy for being so committed and being here for everyone and staying positive through the building stages. And so I just wanted to say that, you know, we're excited and we love the business. We love what we're doing.
Well, Frank, I know you've been an owner of an industry network company back in the day, so you know the challenges to get one of these going. But the best part about it is we're a debt-free company. Dave owns all of the inventory, the millions and millions of dollars of inventory that are there for us all to point, click, and share. And that's one of the best parts of our story that I didn't really share very well in the presentation. We point, click, and share his inventory. And if somebody buys it, he ships it to them and we get paid. It's that easy. So thanks, Frank, for chiming in. Anybody else? We got time for one more. Going. Oh, we got one. Michael Clark.
Mike Clark.
Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, yeah, Don, I'm back down here in Costa Rica, and I just want to tell any of the, tell everybody, just watch the last 2 recordings, the Saturday recordings with Dave, what he's doing with Collectaway, and that's the turbo booster with this program, and I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what, Michael? I mean, there was something like 65,000 clicks, and they stopped it, pulled the contest off, and now they're going to go to the next level to go extra viral with a multiple of videos. Dave shot another 10 videos today, so I think there's like 400 videos that are going to go viral to get the eyeballs we're looking for, Michael. So I appreciate your feedback there. That's awesome. Nathan, I see your hand up. I didn't pull you off mute, so go right ahead, mate. Nathan, pull yourself off mute if you'd like. Nathan Hayes.
Hello, Don. How you doing tonight?
Good. Go right ahead, my friend.
I just wanted real quick to give a shout out to Jimmy Weiss. He's a great guy, and I believe you know of him.
Yeah, and he's been under the weather. And Jimmy, we're feeling for you, buddy. Get yourself back on track. We love you.
I had to leave the room because I had a little coughing spell.
Yeah, this is the concept that we want to take you on today. How do you point, click, and share? For you brand new people, and for those of you that are going to share this video, for somebody brand new, how do they get started? I want to show you how to get started in Collect Direct tonight. So on this recording, let's do that. I would look at it like this. I would want to learn how to do what I'm sharing with you right now. I want to write an email to somebody. That's my email, by the way. If you all want to write that down, you're more than welcome to. You can email me questions. It's dcarson at excitedcollector.com, dcarson